Hi everyone, my name is Devan and welcome to our channel Namaste Amsterdam. There is a work permit for Netherlands that is rather a secret, I would say, to the larger world. It's a work permit that is loose on its requirements, so it's rather easily accessible, however less promoted, so not a lot of people are aware of it. So if you have been looking to make a career in Netherlands, or if you have been looking for your entry gate into Europe, this is the right video for you. Watch till the end. I'm going to share all the details about this work permit, how does it work, what are the requirements, who can apply, how can you apply, and everything else. So stay tuned with us. Also, if you like this content and if you would like to see more of a similar content in the future, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Officially, the name of the program is Essential Starter Personnel Work Permit. It's a little bit difficult name, so I had to also remember it. So the work permit is, this particular scheme is rather new, rather fresh. It came into existence last year, June 2021, and it's a pilot program, so it's valid for 4 years. So the last date as of now stands at June 2025. The government has committed to review the program through the 4 years to see how does it work, how many companies are benefiting from it, etc., etc. And accordingly, they will make a decision either to extend the program further or maybe adopt to the experiences, to the learning from the program. What makes it a very unique program is that this is different from everything else in terms of the way it allows the companies to hire employees abroad. Normally in Netherlands or most of the other countries, you would need to prove to the government that you are not able to hire somebody locally, and that's why you need to get somebody from outside the country. However, under this program, this criteria, this requirement is completely bypassed. As a startup, you are allowed to hire somebody directly from outside the country. You don't need to prove anything to the government. You just need to tell them, this is the guy, this is the person I want for my startup. He has the skill set or she has the skill set, and you are able to hire them. Government is not going to ask any questions. Another solid benefit of this work permit is that this is not only for the tech related professions, but this is open for people from all professions. So if you are from HR, if you are from finance, if you are from supply chain, if you're from designing, whichever your field is, and if there is a good match between your skill set and an idea that's being run up here in Netherlands, you are eligible. Well, then why Netherlands is offering this program? Netherlands has always been very much focused on innovation and adopting the new technology. If you think about some of the most important modern innovations like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, the first submarine, they all came from Netherlands. If you look at also the recent reports on the innovation index, Netherlands is always on the top 5. I think in 2020 they were on the number 5 in the world. So they have a lot of focus on innovation, and in order to sustain that high focus and then maybe upgrade further their position in the global index of innovation, they are offering this. Because if you think about innovation, this is coming from most of the startups, where there are bright ideas which are allowed to flourish, as well as they are allowed to flourish on a fast pace. See, across the globe there are many visas that are being issued for running their startups. However, none of the countries, at least as per my knowledge, is issuing a visa which is not for starting a startup, but for the people who are going to work in the startup. So this visa is very unique to Netherlands, and this is going to win them some really brownie points. Netherlands has a very international work culture. If you look at the population mix, you see more than 139 nationalities working only within Amsterdam itself. So it's very international. We are living in Netherlands for already 12 years, and I can talk about my own personal experience that it's a beautiful country to come and live. Working hours are rather balanced, and there is a lot of willingness from the employers to offer you the flexibility in order to support your own family, be with your kids, because that's the very basic part of the Dutch society in general, and they extend this also to the expat community. Another lovely benefit of living here in Netherlands is that you get to travel a lot. Well, Dutch people, Dutch society in general, they are one of the bigger travelers, and that is also reflected in the holiday policies of the company. In general, if you look at the work culture, it allows you, it actually promotes you to take these longer duration holidays, 3 weeks, 4 weeks holidays. That's absolutely a norm. If I compare this to some of my other friends who have migrated to other countries like US, Canada, or Australia for that matter, this is not that easy over there. So that's another brownie point. And then you can travel to across the Europe, because if you live in Netherlands, your work permit allows you freely to travel most of the Europe. I think I need to check the number of countries, but probably somewhere around 27, 28 countries. Countries like Switzerland, France, Germany, Portugal, Spain, all big European countries, they are in your access. You can pick up your car and drive over there, or take a small flight. So what are the requirements for this work permit? The requirements are rather simple. Any startup who is listed here in Netherlands, who's setting up their business here in Netherlands, is allowed to hire 5 people, maximum 5 people from abroad for their business operations. Now, 5 might sound a little bit on a lighter side, but if you think about the number of startups that we have here in Netherlands, I think even if I go to a website and check right now, I think there are more than 200,000 startups that are operating as of now. So if you multiply 200,000 to 5, that number, you can do the mathematics, but that number becomes really, really huge. So in that sense, there is no direct capping on the number of visas, number of work permits that can be issued against this particular scheme. If you compare it to some of the other schemes or the most popular schemes, for example, in US we have this H1B visa, but that visa also comes with a capping requirement every year, the number of visas that can be issued. But in this case, it's not a lottery system, it's purely from a merit perspective. If you have a startup that has a bright idea, you'll be able to start the operations here in Netherlands, and at the same time, if you want, you would be able to also bring in your team along with yourself. Think about a scenario: you come from country XYZ, it could be India, it could be US, and there you had this bright idea, you came to Netherlands to execute that idea, but you are missing your people. Now, if you think about another country, Canada, US, you will not be able to bring them over there unless you go through the normal route of issuing the normal work permit. However, in Netherlands, you can skip that complete line. So what are the requirements in order to get this work permit as an employee? Well, you need to have a contract with a startup that is working here in Netherlands. Then you also need to prove to the government that you are also do have some relevant work experience. Now, that work experience is a little bit more loosely defined. The work experience, it just specifies that you need to have some work experience that makes you qualify for this role. So it's a rather subjectively defined, open to interpretation requirement, and therefore it becomes much more easier to comply with this requirement. What you need to do is you need to find out a job that you can find with one of these startups. How do you find such a job? So finding such a job is not that difficult. There are many websites, many platforms on the web that are offering you the list of startups that are running in a particular country. So you go to such a platform, you find out startups in Netherlands, you will find the list of entities that are running a startup here. You look at the career options with those startups. You try to find out a startup that matches your skill set, your ambition, your desire to, from a career standpoint. See if they are looking for candidates, and then directly apply for them. I would also suggest you to just be as much straightforward in your applications. The work culture here in Netherlands is very, very straightforward, to the point. So you don't need to really run around the bush. Purely, if you're interested, just ask them if they're looking for somebody who's from the same experience. They will be very straightforward in answering you. So be very straightforward. Don't hold on to yourself thinking about will this work or will it not work. I'm putting all the relevant links, link to the website of the government, links to some of the prominent websites offering the list of the companies that are running a startup in Netherlands or in any other country. So you can go through those links and then find out some of the nice opportunities for yourself. If you have liked the content of this video, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. See you next time. Bye bye.